All right. Are we there? We're there. Okay. Now we're ready. Okay. Welcome to the Shopping for Cars project video. You know me, I'm Mr. Green. And in this particular video, I will take you through an example where I take up one of my favorite cars and we basically run the numbers on it and see whether we can get a good deal on it or not. Basically. So enjoy the video and it will start right after I finish this statement. All right, here's the video. Again, we'll actually start the lesson. You'll see some of my favorite cars there. By the way, you can probably tell which one is that my actual car versus the three that I wish I had. I actually used to have the Nissan down at the bottom, but that was another life. I've had actually a couple of Mustangs now that I remember, but none as nice as that one. But I digress. Let's get to the video, okay? So, pull up the document. I'll send you the document in class probably. Yeah. And you just open up the shopping for cars document. Just you'll get that from me. Yours won't say example on it. Mine does. All right. And let's just go through it. So let's go ahead and change the page. All right. Those are the four cars I was telling you about. Again, this is the one I currently have. And it's a good car. I really like it. But I also enjoyed the Mustang and this Nissan that I used to have, and I wouldn't mind upgrading to a Durango when I get older. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, that's another story. Okay, so you're shopping for a brand new car, and we'll assume this year, 2017. We're going to go on the web, find the price of the car. Then we're going to go to a website called bankrate.com to get the interest rates for a 36 month, 48 month, and a 60-month loan. Most people don't pay cash for a car. They should, but it just doesn't work out that way. We will calculate the total amount paid for the car at the end of each loan term. We're going to assume that it's compounded monthly. That means they take the interest every month. And therefore, there will be N times T will be 12 over 1 year and NT will be 36 over 3 years. If that sounds confusing, I'll clear that up as we go along. Okay? All right. First thing we need to do is pick out a vehicle. And let's just assume we have a spending limit of $100,000. I already know what car I want. I want, and these are all new cars, so I want a Ford. That's not how you spell Ford. Ford Mustang. That's what I want. Ford Mustang. And of course, we're talking about 2017. So, and by the way, if you're wondering what one of those looks like, it's the red one right here. That's the Ford Mustang right there. So let's go to bankrate.com and get the interest rate. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull up bankrate.com. Let's see, I'm just going to go bank rate. Before I go to bank rate, I better find out how much this card is. So that's actually a Google Ford. Let's go to Ford.com. All right, let's Google and let's look up the Mustang here. Where's the Mustang? Let's see. Vehicles. There it is. And there it is. And it looks like I got the price already. Yeah, yeah. This looks like this is right here, starting at 25,185. All right, we'll use that as our price. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put that right here. My make and model is Ford Mustang, and my price will be 25,185. That would be my price. This is how much money I need to borrow in order to get this car because I just don't happen to have it handy right now. All right, let's keep going. So now we can go to www.bankrate.com and let's get the average interest for 3, 4, and 5 year loans on a new vehicle for that price. So let's go to bankrate.com and let's go look. I'm just going to just type it in here. uh, bank rate. It helps if you type it right. Bankrate.com. All right. Yeah, there it is. Let's go there. All right. Of course, you can do this on your phone. This is an auto loan. So I'm going to go ahead and click on auto loan, and it will be a purchase. All right. And let's look at some rates here. And I'm going to go, always, I want to go for the lowest possible rate I can get. How about that? 1.49%. That's for a 36 month. All right. 36 months. So I can see that right there. So let me go to my back here, and it looks like I can get 1 point, and since a 1.39, 1.49%, that's for a 3-year rate. Let's find out what the 4-year rate would be. So let's go back online. Let's see, this is for 36 months. Let's see if I can go next. I'm just clicking there, and something's happening. Okay, looking at a blank screen. All right, there we go. All right, ooh, now I can see the other loans here. I know, let me make this, I don't know if you can, I can make this a little larger. Let me capture this, make it a lot larger so you can see there. All right, just for the sake of discussion. All right, so let me go back to my dropping the cards there. Let's see, we'll get back to this question in a minute. Just give me a blank page right now. All right, there. All right, this is from bankrate.com. And it looks like for 30 months, 36 months, that's 3 years. That's 3 years right there. Yeah, it looks like I'm still there. That's 3 years. I'm looking at that's my percent, my rate percent. And so 48 months, that's 4 times 12. So that's 4 years. I'm going to use 1.99%. And for 5 years, I'm going to use 2.49%. That's what I'm going to use. So let's enter these on the calculator. So my 4-year rate will be, I believe it was 1.99%. And these are excellent rates. That's why, while you're young, try not to get into credit trouble so that you can save a lot of money over your life. Boy, I wish I could do this again. Oh, boy, you wouldn't believe what interest rate I'm paying, but that's beside the point. And also 2.49%. That's the rate on a 5-year. So look at the pages I'm on. Yeah, 1.7. Yeah, 199. So I mean, yeah, 1.49, or we're going to change all these to decimals, which means we're going to move the decimal point over 2 places to the left. Okay, all right. So we have our 3 rates here. So step 3, assuming that the loan is compounded monthly, use the following formula to calculate the total price for each loan term. So here is the formula. We're going to be figuring out what A is. So we need the principal, A will be the total amount of the loan, which we'll be calculating. P is the principal. That's how much money I'm borrowing, basically, I'm starting with. I borrowed this much. R is the annual interest rate, which we're going to change into a decimal. We're going to move the decimal place 2 places to the left. The T is the loan term. I can't talk, in years. So that's going to be like, first is going to be 3, then it's going to be 4, then it's going to be 5. And then we're going to change it to X later on. And then we got N, which is the times the interest will be compounded per year. And we're compounding monthly, which means N is going to be 12. Okay? So let's fill all this in with everything except the A, and and go to the next page and do the calculation. So, the next page is a good page to do this. So let's look at this formula here for let's go back to the 3-year plan. We need the interest rate to be 1.49%. So here's what I'm going to type in. Our initial amount was 25,185, right? Times 1 plus, we need a fraction, so let's go control, divide, and our percent was, we had 1.49, so we moved the decimal point to over 2 places. We go 0.0149, 2 places to the left. N is 12 for all these problems, compounded monthly. And then we need to raise this to an exponent. All right, what exponent? Well, it's going to be 3 years. So 3 years, and then we want to, NT is going to be 3 times 12. Okay, N is 12, T is 3. The order really doesn't matter at this point. And then if I press enter, that's the amount I get. That's my loan amount. Okay, so let's do the same thing with the 4-year rate. We got a different rate, and we also got to change our years. So let's shortcut. Let's go ahead and just go up twice and press enter, and let's just change what needs to be changed. We know the rate needs to change, so let's change the rate to the 4-year rate. That should be a 199, and then that 3 should be a 4 now. Nothing else changes. It's still the same amount for the car. The only thing that's changed was the rate and the number of years. Okay, so if we press enter, there's our new amount there. All right, that's how much I would have to, if I pay back the whole loan, that's how much I pay back for borrowing 25,185. I would pay back that much. Okay, yeah, 185, yeah, 25,185. As you can see, as the initial, I would pay back 27,269. Wait, there's more. Let's figure out for 5 years. Okay, so I'm going to copy this around. Our 5-year rate was 249, 2.49%, which looks like that is a decimal. Remember, now we're talking 5 years. Everything else stays the same. And there is what I would pay back over 5 years. 5 years at that interest rate. So that's not too bad. You know, you borrow just over 25,000, and you only have to pay back about 28 and a half. No, that's a $3,500 difference there. All right, so anyway, we'll dig more into that in the later. So those, so we just use the calculator page. Now let's go to the next page, and we're going to graph all 3 loan equations as functions by changing the variable t to x. And we're going to use the tab key to get the entry line so that we can graph all 3 at the same time. We will use menu 4A to adjust the window. We will use control T to see the tables, and we will use doc 5.8 to ungroup the tables to see them better. And then we will use the graphs and tables to support our answer to the questions on the paper that I will give you, just a half sheet with 2 questions on it. Okay, so let's go back and graph our first equation. Remember, we're going to change the t value, which is 3. We're going to make that an x. Everything else can stay the same, and we're just going to put that in for, we're going to let that be f1 of x. Okay, so I actually could copy and paste this. As a matter of fact, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. You can do this also on the calculator. All you got to do is just go up. You want this, and we're going to hit Control and C. Right, Control and C, just one Control and C. Then go back to page 1.13, and just like on the computer, Control and V. Look at that. Didn't have to retype any of it. Now we got to change this 3 to a x, because we're graphing this function in terms of x, and that's pretty much it. press enter, and there it is. How come we don't see anything? We need menu 4A. So let's go menu 4A. There it is. Okay. And I'm going to move this up just so that we can see it better. Okay. All right. So that's my 3-year loan. Okay. Let's press tab and let's copy again. We still got the same thing, and all we got to do is just change. Well, we can just go back and copy it again. This time we'll copy this one. See if I can select it. Yeah, Control C, and let's go to 113. Got F2 there. Control V. All right. Let's change this 4 to an X and press enter. Yeah. All right. As you can see, because we've already done the window, it's a lot easier to see what's going on there. All right. Let's go ahead and get that third equation. Let's go ahead and press tab here. All right. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and go down and press enter. Oops, why do I want to do that? I don't want to press enter. So I'm going to undo this press. I'm going to control and escape. Didn't need that. All I need to do was highlight it, put my cursor on it, then hit Control C to copy it. Then go to 1.13 and go Control V. All right. And we're going to change this 5 to an X. And we have noticed that we have the 5th year right here. Press enter. And now we have all 3 equations graphed. All 3 equations graphed. All right. And if I pull this paper up a little bit, well, actually, that's not going to help us much. But as you can see, as you can see that you can already draw some conclusions. You can see that the 5-year loan is increasing a whole lot faster than the 4-year loan and a 3-year loan. So, and let's make that explicit by showing a table. So let's go Control T and look at there. We got all the tables there. Now, it is hard to see all of this at once. So what we're going to do is we're going to split this. So let's go with, we will use Doc 5.8. Doc, press 5, then 8, and there. Where did the tables go? They're on the next page. Now you can see exactly what's going on. So let's look at the amount. Let's look at the amounts if we paid these things off earlier, what we were looking at. So if I have a 3-year rate, in 3 years, if I pay that back, I got to pay back $26,335.60. No, if I have the 4-year, I got to pay $26,733. If I have the 5-year, I got to pay back $27,136. All right. So just looking at the different rates, looking at 5 years, if I keep the 3-year, if I keep that rate for 5 years, then look at that. I pay back 27, and 20 over 27. Now I'm almost 27.8 for the 4-year and 28.5 for the 5-year, which is exactly what we calculated a while ago. So now that's all, basically all the calculated stuff that we need. So maybe we have enough to answer the questions there that on the sheet that Mr. Green is going to give you. And here are the 2 questions that are on that sheet. One of them says, based upon the graph, which term would be the best loan option and why? And let's go to the graph so we can see. I'm going to go to the graph. If you look at the graph, the best, by far, the best one is graph is this one. This is the lowest. You want to, let's see, the higher up on the y-axis we are, the more we have to pay. And you see after 1 year, it's not that big of a difference. But the longer you keep the car, the more, the better this looks. So definitely the 3-year option is the best. So I'm going to go ahead and indicate here. Um, so I think the three the 3 year option is best. Okay, because uh you, and I gotta change this, would save, I'm gonna figure out, let's see, how much will we save over the 5 year plan? So if, let me go back to the calculator. Look at the, if you look at the 3 year, uh 3 year, if I, like, this is 5 years. So if I kept the 3 year plan for 5 years, paid it back in five, I have 28. I have this amount minus this amount. I'm gonna go ahead and calculate that in the spreadsheet. All right, this is a little extra, but it helps us to figure out what's going on. I'm going to, oh, I can't do that in this particular thing. I would just have to subtract this amount from this amount. So I need 28. I'm going to round out, let's say 28, 520 minus, wait, I know where this stuff is. I got it right here. If I subtract this amount from this amount, so let's subtract those. I can just select them. I don't even have to print them. I can go this. I want this to look like money. So let me get rid of all this, round it like they did, minus, and I'll just type this other one because I don't want to deal with all those other decimals. 26335.6. 26335.60. That's money. 4.6 in those. Press enter. Yeah, I would save 20, almost $2,200 if I went with a 3 year plan over that. So let me go ahead and put that there. Save. Yeah, how much did I say? I would save over, go back. Yeah, I would save $2,200. $100. Uh, at the 3 year rate. Okay. All right. So anyway, let's look at another one. And most people will go with a 60-month loan. Is the best option? Why not? It is not the best option because it is the most expensive. However, a lot of people do go with this option because sometimes you can get the payments lower. But but that's from experience. So you guys may or may not know that. Anyway, that's the whole assignment. So I hope this video is helpful to you, and you guys just basically just have a good day.